Hi everyone, today we will talk about how to speak English fast and how to speak English like a native speaker. Okay, so I have 12 points to improve your English speaking and speak like a native. Okay, so we will cover 12 points in this video. So watch this video till the end. If you are new on this channel, then subscribe this channel to see more videos like this. So let's get started. First of all guys, you need to understand what is native speaker. You know, native speaker means which person born in America, UK, US or Canada, Australia. So we can say he is a native speaker. Okay, so let's get start. First of all, you know, learning to speak English fluently can challenging, okay, but rewarding journey. You need to understand this point. Okay, so let's go to our first point. Our first point is, you can see, immerse yourself in the language. Immerse yourself in the language. What is happening? Okay, so this happening from through I have three ways you can do easily immersion yourself in the language, because we want English speaking and we want speak English fluently. Okay, so this is most common point to learn each and every language. Okay, this is immerse yourself in the language. Whatever language you want to speak, this must be do. Okay, so immersion you can do through three methods. First, immersion is key. Embrace the culture, make it a habit. Make it a habit. Immersion means surround yourself. You surround yourself the language. How is it possible? It's possible. You see English movies, you listen English audio, you listen podcast in English. Okay, so you do it. Immersion is key. Listen English music, English movies, TV shows. Okay, next method is embrace the culture. You want to know how is it possible? Is it possible? Our second method is embrace the culture. So culture means we want to speak like a native speaker, so we have to know about native speakers culture. Okay, so don't just focus on language itself, immerse yourself in the culture also. Okay, this could involve learning about English history, customs and traditions. Okay, I hope you understand this point. Culture is also important to learn English like a native speaker. Third method is make it a habit. What work you want to do? Okay, so you make your habit. Like we want to speak English, so we have to make habit that language. Okay, so consistency is better. Try to dedicate at least few hours each day to engaging with language. Which language you want to learn, you have to dedicate with this language, and each day you have to practice of this language. Okay, so let's move on our second point. This is our first point. I hope you understand easily immersion, culture and habit. Okay, this is our second point. Second point is listen to native speakers. Listen to native speakers. You know, native speakers means, I already told you in the beginning of video. So listen to native speakers. So how to listen? So I have some methods. First, immerse yourself in sounds of native speakers. Explore different accents. like native speakers. Practice active listening of native speakers. Okay, so there are three way or three method here. First sound, second accent, third is listening. Similar native speakers. Okay, so immerse yourself in sounds. How? Listening to native speaker is initial for learning their language, pronunciation, intonation, rhythm. You can learn easily three most important point or factors through listening. First, pronunciation, intonation, rhythm method. Okay, explore yourself to diverse accent and dialect. Burden your understanding. Next, accents. You can listen native speakers from different religions and countries like UK, US, Australia, Canada also to learn about their unique accent and slang. Okay. Next, active listening. Practice active listening. I will not tell you you read more and more. Not. I don't give advice you of writing. Not, because we want to speak only. Okay. So active listening, pay attention how native speakers use their voice, the rhythm of their speech, and the subtle cases they use to communicate. Okay. There are three methods here to listen native speakers. First sound, second accent, third listening. Active listening. Okay, so let's move on our third point. This is our third point here. This is mimicked pronunciation and intonation. Okay, in my previous videos I already told you what is intonation and rhythm. If you have not seen so far, so you can see, go to the channel and you watch them. Okay, so mimicked pronunciation and intonation. So what is the importance here? So you see, first listen closely. I already told you about active listening in second method. Okay, second, practice with audio. I already told you in second method about audio. Record yourself. This is new method here. Record yourself through voice recorder apps. Okay, so if you have mobile, you download voice recorder in your mobile, so you can use, you do record yourself speaking English and listen back to identify areas for improvement and focus on your pronunciation of specific sounds and how you emphasize certain selects. Just your speaking patterns to better resemble native speakers. Okay, so record yourself for practice to improvement in your speaking and knowing your errors. Okay, don't be afraid to experiment. You know, at this time we are learning English, we are doing practice more and more, so we can say it's a experiment process. Not it is 100% right. Not, because we are in progress. After progress, we can say this is our perfect journey, but now we can't say this is perfect. So this is a experiment journey right time. Okay, experiment with different pronunciation techniques and intonation patterns. Okay, be aware of variations in pronunciation that exist within English speaking religions. I hope you guys you understand. Mimic pronunciation and intonation. There are four method: audio, listen, record yourself. Don't be afraid to experiment. Here are two new method. First, record yourself. Second, don't be afraid to experiment. So you do multiple types experiment like recording, like listening, like speaking. Only three experiment. You have to do only three. First, record, then listen, and speaking only. So let's move on our next point is that is fourth. Learn common idioms and slang. Learn common idioms and slang. You know about idioms or slang? They are uh, mostly connected to native speakers or non-native speakers. There are different here. Native speakers something different, and non-native speakers slang or idioms something different. So you need to understand what is the difference between native speakers or non-native speakers, idioms and slangs. Okay, so understanding with language and expanding your vocabulary. Here are two methods here to improve your idioms and slangs. Okay, so first, understanding the language. You know, you want to learn English language, idioms or slang. Second, expanding your vocabulary. You know, idioms and slangs are part of vocabulary. You know, if you are learning English language vocabulary, so you also focus on idioms or slang, and you have to use in your conversation time. Okay, so idioms are phrases that have a figurative meaning different from the literal interpretation of words. For example, to kick the bucket means to die. Learning idioms and slang can help you understand native speakers better and improve your fluency. It can also make your English sound more natural and engaging. Okay, this is the importance of idioms and slang. And also vocabulary. Idioms and slang can add your color and expressiveness to your speech. They can also help you understand the lessons of English language. For example, to be on cloud nine means to very happy. To be down in the dump means to sad. I hope you guys you can create new sentences, and you can actually make your conversation very impressive through idioms and slangs using. Okay, so next point. So this is our next point here. So let's see, practice speaking out loud. I tell you, you do three types practice. First, listening, recording, and speaking only. Okay, so when speak you speak out loud. Okay, because you are doing practice like experiment. You know, experiment can be failed, so don't worry about that. It can be failed easily. It's possible, so you don't afraid about it. So practice speaking out loud. There are three methods, easy methods. Let's see something new. First, engaging in conversations. Engaging in conversations. You know, we want to learn speak. We want to learn to speak. So for speaking, we have to do conversation. So speak opportunities. Speak with native speakers. Start with simple conversations. Gradually increase the complexity. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't afraid to mistakes. Okay. Learn from them and improve over time. Okay. You do conversations. Don't be afraid to mistakes. Okay. Next, record yourself. We have already learned about this. Record yourself through voiceover apps, recorder apps. Okay. Use flashcards. This is our new method. Use flashcards. Flashcards, you can see this picture. So flashcards. Okay. Create flashcards with English words and phrases. Okay, we have to improve our communication. Okay, we have to do most common communication or conversation other with other persons. So we have to improve our vocabulary also. So use flashcards with English words and phrases. Practice speaking with loud. Test yourself regularly. This method can help you new vocabulary and improve your fluency. Okay. I hope you guys understand how to practice speaking. You have to out loud speaking practice with conversation, record yourself, and using flashcards. So let's move on our next point. Next point is here. So expand your vocabulary. You know, I don't tell you about improving your vocabulary, but this is also something important for speaking. Something, not compulsory. Okay, so for improvement your vocabulary, here are four methods, but some methods are already we have learned, like engaging conversations and utilize flashcards. Okay, this is also uh, valuable here, but read widely and learn root words. Learn root words means understanding root words can help you to disappear meaning of unfamiliar words. This is the most important line here. Understanding root words can help you disappear the meaning of unfamiliar words. For example, knowing the root why means life can help you understand like words biology and biological. Okay. Read widely. Immerse yourself in various types of literature, newspaper, and online content. Okay, this exposes you to vast range of words and phrases, helping you to expand your vocabulary. Pay attention to contrast and try to understand new words used in different situations. I hope you guys you understand importance of wide reading. So what is from wide reading? First is using vast range of words and phrases and helping you expand your vocabulary. You know, conversation and utilize you can use flashcards to learning to learn new words or vocabulary. Okay, so expand your vocabulary also. So let's point. This is our next point here. Understand cultural references. Understand references. So why is it important here, culture? So this is important to us because we want to learn like a native speaker, so we have to learn native speakers culture. They are from UK, US, Canada, Australia. Okay, so we have to learn these countries culture. Without learning culture, we can't speak like a native speakers. Okay, so this is the importance. So you know, for culture learning, we have to learn idioms and slang of that country peoples. Okay, honor of pop culture, history and events. Okay, so what is the history of that country's native speakers? Okay, native speakers countries, events, history. Okay, what is history? What are events there? So we have to learn. Honor and pop culture. Understanding American honor and pop culture can help you navigate social situations. Honor can create a build rapport with others. You know, American humor. I already told you about this America. Okay, so idioms and slang also, they are different for native speakers or non-native speakers. Okay, idioms are phrases with meaning that are not literal. Slang is informal language used by certain groups of people. Okay, so understanding cultural reference also important here if you are learning like a native speaker English. Okay, so let's move on next point. So this is our next point here. Embrace mistakes and learn from them. This is very important point for us, because in learning process we do multiple types mistakes, like spelling mistakes, pronunciation mistake, grammatical mistakes, multiple types mistakes we do. So embarrass mistakes and learn from them. You know, mistakes are an inevitable part of learning. Don't be afraid to make them. Okay, they are valuable opportunity to growth. You know, they are common things here. So let's move on our next point. So this is our next point here. Point number 9 here. Surround yourself with English media. Surround yourself with English media. So how to do our surround English media? How to do? It's possible, easily possible. I have some method here. Immerse in the language. This is very common thing. How to immerse? Watching podcast, watching English movies, TV shows, reading mm, newspaper, novels. Okay, through entertainment, like use listen English audio song. Okay, so this is second method. Like podcasts and audiobooks offer convenient way to learn English on to go. Choose topics and that interest you to make the experience or more enjoyable. So there are two methods. First, immerse in the language through learn through environment. I hope you guys you understand. How is it possible? It's possible. Entertainment and immersion. Okay. So let's move on our next point. This is our next point here. That is find a language partner. If is if you have any partner for learning any language and teaching any language, so you don't worry, you can easily understand and you can easily improve your language skill easily. Okay, so most important part here, partner. But if you have not, you don't worry, then something will be harder, but it's possible. But if you have partner, that is okay, and most okay. Okay, having a language partner can significantly enhance your English fluency. You will gain valuable insights into a notions of the language and improve your pronunciation by practicing conversational skill. You can improve your pronunciation skill doing conversation with your partner. This is important here. Finding language partner, you can find the language partner on Google or YouTube also, and any app, multiple types apps on social media on Play Store you can download, and you can use these type partners, offline partners, online partners. Both of types partners are useful. Okay, so let's move on to our next point. So this is our next point here. Next point, prioritize fluency over perfection. Prioritize fluency over perfection. Over perfection. So one time will come, you will be perfect, and you are going to on the stage of perfection. But in process, in learning process, you don't afraid about perfection. Okay, don't strive for perfection. Focus on communicating effectively. Even if you make mistakes, perfection is a can hinder your progress. It's more important to be understood than to speak flawlessly. Okay, speak out loud regularly. Regular Practice is key. Find opportunity to speak English with others. This will help you gain confidence and improve your fluency. Okay, embrace mistakes as learning. Embrace mistakes like as learning. View mistakes are opportunity for growth. Ask for clarification, correct yourself, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Enhance the learning process. Okay, guys. So you don't afraid to mistakes, and you make mistakes multiple times. Don't worry. Spend time to time your mistakes will be decreased. So be confident. So let's move on to our next point. This is our next point here. Immerse yourself in the local culture. We have already read about culture and immerse. Okay, we have already read about this point, so you don't worry. Let's see again. Embrace culture notions and experiment real time communication. Okay, this is part of culture or native speaker culture also important. So let's see. This is our end part of this video. Speak English with confidence. Without confidence, without psychological confidence, you can't speak English fluently. You can read more and more multiple grammatical rules. You can read multiple types books, and you can read multiple types pronunciation. But there are no use without speaking practice. But before speaking practice, you have to listen more and more. You have to listen more and more podcast, news channels, TV shows, etc. Okay, but you listen more and more. Then you speak and record yourself. After that, you listen that what you record, and you identify the area, the what's type mistakes you do. Okay, so if you have any kind of doubt, please write in the comment box. And if you are new on this channel, then subscribe this channel to see more videos like this. See you in my next video very soon.